Okay, a quick shadow work tip for you today is to remember the gift is in the shadow. So I found this process accidentally, which is now what I call my shadow gifts process that I teach in all of my programs. And this has transformed my relationships and my ability to move forward in my life and my business. So if there is a person or a certain behaviour that is showing up in your life that is triggering you and you see it as unacceptable, this is your window to what is actually going on in your shadows. So to give you a specific example, I kept having people show up in my life with quite narcissistic behaviours. Now, I'd done the self-worth work, I'd done the initial stages of shadow work in terms of why might I desire to have these in my life, and it was like, I've done that work. It's not a worthiness thing, because this was always worthiness for me. It was like, this is what I deserved on some level, was to be treated in a certain way. But I knew this was deeper than this. And it hit me one day like a ton of bricks. I'd written out all the behaviours from the different narcissistic people in my life that were bothering me. And there was things like selfishness, manipulative, controlling, just to give you a flavour of some of those things that were triggering me. And I looked at them and this light bulb moment went off in my head. And I realised that if, say, controlling was a 10 out of 10, I wasn't even embodying like a 1 or 2 out of 10 of that. I was so far into people pleasing and over empathy that I was actually missing something that a long time ago had become a shadow in me through good girl conditioning. You know, good girls are nice and they're kind and they put everyone else first and they don't get angry. And I had this realization that I actually needed to embody a small part of all of these traits of the narcissists. So I needed to have, like, say the narcissist is like a 10 out of 10 ego, like 10 out of 10 selfish, I needed to embody like a 1 out of 10 ego, to be a little bit selfish, to put myself first, to have some self-care. And when I wrote this all out, and then I wrote out what actions could I take under each of these behaviours, something just aligned, and I no longer have any narcissistic connections in my life. And I've moved forward in my life, in my business, not only just in the 3D, but in my ability to deal with energy, and in particular dark energy and entities do not attach to me in the same way that they used to anymore. Yes, I still clear my energy, but because I know what I am and I'm not available for in the 3D and the human side, this is also mirrored in the energies. This has also transformed not only my relationships in the 3D, but it has transformed my relationships in energy as well. So all those things that are being triggered in you about others are healthy. There's a healthy side of that for you to embody as a gift.